Wow. So I couldn't get in the cow, huh? First of all, I want to take this moment, just to thank Kevin. So you guys don't know, I met Kevin just like Dusty. We met him early in his life. And what's interesting to me is that now he's the mayor. And not only is he the mayor, right, but he has done a wonderful job. A wonderful job. Now, the great thing about being the mayor, right, is you can give tickets, like he said he's going to give me tickets. And what I was doing for you, I was buying those tickets for you. And the reason I was buying those tickets for him is that, see, I know what he does. You know, the great thing about all the athletes and all the athletes that are here, could you guys stand up one more time for me? Could you just stand, all the athletes, can you stand up just, please? You know, what was great is that, you know, when you guys were walking up, I had to stand up. And the reason I stood up is because I used to stand up and watch Dusty, and I used to go, woo. I used to watch Jerry, and I would go, woo. I watched Kevin, I would go, woo. And I'd always stand up and cheer for him and love him. And so all of you parents and all of you, can you just stand up and give them a woo? Huh? Just come on, stand up real quick, yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Let me go back to the mayor. And the reason I'm going to go back to the mayor is I want you guys to understand. I came up here and I said, you know what? Woo. And the reason I say woo to him is that he brought me up here. He brought me up here months ago. He brought me up here months ago, not to talk to an audience like this. Not to talk to an audience like this. But he brought me up here to talk to an audience that's from his hometown, right in his neighborhood. And he brought me to this group of people, and I was sitting there and I was thinking to myself, I said, here is a guy that doesn't have to bring me to this community. And what was fascinating to me is that he's investing in the poor. And so here we are today, we're celebrating kids, and I want you guys to understand, if you want to be great, it's when you get down on your knees. These guys will tell you the greatness of them were the people that came before them. The greatness of them were the people that came before them. And they wanted to serve them. They wanted to change their lives. So I want you guys to understand, I love the fact that you guys won something, and I love woo. I mean, it is nothing better than getting woo. But I can assure you, watching these guys and doing what they did and knowing how they had to do it, and the kid is from Riverside, not Sacramento. Because I already know, see, because I'm from the neighborhood about 10 minutes from a little town called Rialto. And I used to sit there going, man, them Bonses and them boys, the Bonses and the Bakers, man, they are something good. They were unbelievable. Am I right? Yeah, you know I'm right. Yeah, they were unbelievable. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Man, this is unbelievable. And so here we're talking about PCA and joining the team. Joining a team. And we're talking about the characteristics of joining a team. And one of the young men said selfless. Selfless. I thought that was a great word because I don't know if a lot of us understand what that's like. I got to be selfless each and every day. Kevin talked about a great coach. And that great coach always talks about his personal best. And I find myself sometimes saying, man, am I selfless? Am I doing enough? Am I extending myself? And to hear these young men and young women do that, that's phenomenal. That's an incredible trait that you can say that you're selfless. So I'm very excited about being associated with this organization. Now, I saw a lot of names, a lot of people associated. I met Jim Thompson, when he first got started. And I know for a fact, can you imagine then that when you look at the map and all the people that he's affected, trying to get people to understand that you can be positive about the game, that you can be positive about the game of football, you can be positive about the game of golf. Where's that young lady that, you know what, you don't ever have to apologize for going out doing something great. And I know for a fact that we got some guys up here, they golf every day. They golf every day. And I know you could go get them right now. I got my money on you. So you don't have to apologize. I was sitting there, you were like, oh, well. And I was like, no, you don't have to apologize. I love it. I love the fact that you understand your greatness. Love the fact that you understand it because, again, that's what I wanted to emulate. I didn't want to be them. I wanted to understand what their spirit was all about. And so when I see athletes, I love the fact that we're able to share. I love the fact that every athlete that I've been associated with, man, they want to work with you. They want to help you. They want to find a way to make you better. They want to extend themselves. So to me, it's unbelievable. And so I got to mention some people here. I don't like saying this, but that guy used to be my teammate. Stand up, Mike. Mike Lamb. Trojan.
I could get into cow.
Trojan. And by the way, guys, I'm going to tell you right, not a better teammate. Not a better teammate. You find yourself looking at the character of people. What's fascinating to me is and I know right now what he does in this community, and I know that how he loves sports, but more importantly, what he's trying to do in terms of helping young people. So, man, thank you. Thank you for being a champion. Scott, Collie, man, I used to get tired of trying to cover you. So can you stand up? And by the way, you can stand up with your wife as well, because I know I got to make sure that I honor. And so the funny thing about Scott is that, see, you guys remember Jerry, right? You guys know Jerry. Everybody, oh, I know Jerry. I know Jerry too. What I love is that it's the guys that you don't get to know. The guys that go out there and fight just like all of us. That fight just like all of us to be a part of it. To give everything they can to their sport. That you don't even get a chance to hear about. And yet this young man right here gave me everything. Gave me everything. And so I got to make sure that I always pay my respects. Got to make sure that I pay my respects. So thank you for giving me all of what you could give me. Somebody mentioned watching film. I was like sitting there going, watching film. Oh man, how many times that all of us would sit there and just watch film. Watch film. And what's amazing when you watch film of guys and you watch film of people and you're sitting there and you're watching the film and the coach throws something at you to kind of wake you up, and you're watching film, you're trying to get better, you're trying to get better. And I want you guys to understand, when you watch film in life, because I hope you're watching film in life, don't let life go by you. I hope you're watching film, because there's some great things happening right in front of you. Man, that is a great moment right there. I just watched film right now. That's a great picture of you being with your son. Man, that's a great picture. That's watching film. That's paying attention. That's understanding all your surroundings. all your surroundings. The great players will tell you that's all they do. That's all they do. They watch everything because they know at some point in their life, it's going to come back. It's going to come back, and they're going to have to respond to that opportunity. It's going to come back, and you're going to have to respond to that opportunity. That is a great moment right there. You're talking about PCA. That's a great moment. And I'm thankful that I had a chance to see that moment. Awesome. By the way, I got to acknowledge these two young ladies from All Stars Helping Kids. Now, that's my other job. My other job is for 25 years. For 25 years, I've tried to figure out how to give back. I had great examples of guys saying, you know what, we got to find a way to give back. So All Stars Helping Kids, my executive director, Nellie and Megan, if you guys could stand up. I'm gonna say this right now. You talk about woo. Woo. Because I get to stand on their shoulders. I get to stand on their shoulders and how they are able to show me success. And that is very difficult, and they know it. And that's hard work, which what I find is amazing is that we are always constantly trying to be better, trying to find a way to enhance our lives. Now, honor is an incredible word. It's an incredible word, and the reason I think it's an incredible word is because I get to honor a lot of people over the years, and I get the chance to talk to a lot of people about a lot of things, but then every once in a while, I got to honor my teammates. And as I just honor Scott, I got to honor the great ones. And the reason I got to honor the great ones is because I want you guys to know the things that you don't know. The great ones find a way to always make everyone better, and the reason that they make everyone better is because they know how to give of themselves. Jerry Rice, Mr. Dance with the Stars. Unbelievable. But see, you guys didn't see it. You didn't see it. See, I was watching the show. I had somebody here tonight saying, hey, I watched the Bachelor show. I was like, I watched the Bachelor show. It's not better than Dance with the Stars. Now, Dance with the Stars, when Jerry was on, there was a moment. It was the same moment that Kevin had. Because Kevin had this moment. And Kevin had this moment because when he was in the race, and he said, I got this. I'm going to pursue my greatness. I got this. And I want you guys to understand that's what Jerry did for 20 years. For 20 years, a man went out and gave everything that he could. So you athletes, you got the greatest ingredients in your life. You get to work and compete to do everything you possibly can do. And if Jerry Rice can do it for 20 years and say he never played the perfect game, think about that. I used to sit on the sideline going, phew, you played 20 perfect games. He played an incredible amount of perfect games, and yet he said that he never played the perfect game. Can you imagine that Jerry Rice never played the perfect game? I want you guys to understand that that's life. That's life. We never wake up knowing that we're going to play the perfect game, but as Kevin said, the masterpiece. Boy, and God knows that, man, there are days that I'm trying to make a masterpiece and I'm making a master crap. And oh my goodness. And by the way, my wife tells me all the time that you're good at that one. You're good at that one. So you got to humble yourself, right? We all got to humble ourselves. The one thing I am going to talk about is Jim Thompson. Because see, All of this is about a person who decided that enough is enough. Enough is enough. If you imagine that every time you walked out and you had conflict, which all of us have conflict, we have anger, we have whatever it is inside of us, that you decided at some point in your life that you said, you know what, I can deal with this. I can have judgment. I can have tolerance. I can stand up, because where's my girl Chantel? Where is she? Where did she go? Where did she go? Oh, she's probably in the back. Because you know what? I want everybody to stand up. Can everybody stand up? And I want you to give her a round of applause. I want everybody to give her a round of applause real quickly. Thank you. And the reason I wanted that to happen is because, you know, again, what I love is when I see people do the dirty work and they're working their tail off, they're doing the best that they can for everybody in this room. And I want you guys to understand there is nothing better when you see people giving their heart to you. And she gave us this night her heart. Last, and I'm going to wrap this up really quick, because when I like huddles, like we are huddling, I want everybody to stand up one more time. One more time. See, I like you guys to get out your seats because I know that really deep down inside, you were sitting there, you could not wait to get out of your seats. You guys are, some of you are probably saying, oh man, I can't wait to go home. Now, the one thing about it being in a huddle, and you guys have never been in my huddle, but if you were in my huddle and if you were in a Niner huddle, like I've seen a number of huddles before, you got guys cutting gas, you got a lot of things going on, right? You got all kinds of stuff going on. But the one thing you do have, and the one thing I want you to understand is you have respect. And you try to earn that respect each and every time you have a huddle. And the great thing about being in this environment, is that this huddle right here is unbelievable because we got a common cause in mind. Helping young people. Helping young people. Now, the other thing that I want to tell you about it, I think this is something that my dad tells me every day. He goes, man, exhaust life. Exhaust life. Give everything you can. Don't have any regrets. Don't have any regrets. And the last thing I want you guys to know is that make sure, and this is really important to me, I wouldn't come to Dusty's funeral for one reason only, that I would. Because, man, I respect him. I would come to Jerry's funeral because I respect him. I respect him for not playing sports, for all the other things. My dad said that if you're going to go to somebody's funeral, go there because you understand that you respect them for all the things that they do. By the way, he also said, man, if you don't give it, you're not going to get it. So I already know this. I'm working my tail off. I want a big funeral. I want a big funeral. And the reason I want a big funeral is because I want people to know that it's not about the game. It's not about the finger story. It's not about anything other than serving and helping other people, guys. You're talking about being rich. When I see my friend Marcus Allen, when I talk about being rich, he goes, man, we are rich by what we give. We are poor by what we keep. Think about that. Think about that. So in this huddle, and tell the president, I'll call him back. In this huddle, it is amazing because I know for a fact that all of us in this room, that's all we want. Where's that young lady that was in the back? Oh, Man, hey, you know what? Yeah, I could feel you. You could be in my huddle anytime. All right? Because I can tell you right now, everybody was like, man, she could play with us. Okay? That energy, that enthusiasm, that passion. And look, I'll tell you right now, I don't know what I'm saying either. So I go through that too. Okay? I know hey, I get there. We've been there. But I love you because you gave me something. You gave me you. And I can tell you right now, these athletes and the people that I've been associated with for the years that I've been in sport, that's all we play for. They'll tell you. They're not playing for the rings. They're playing to make sure that they are respected. And I want you guys to know I respect every one of you for being here this evening. For being here this evening, because this is a great cause. If we're going to take back America, or we're going to change America, and if we see, and I saw, and look at what's happening in Ferguson. So you got to respect people. We got to change the world, but it starts here. So thank you guys for allowing me to be a part of this evening, and more importantly, God bless all of you. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Hall of Famer, Super Bowl champion, Ronnie Lott.